So hey everyone, what happened with Terra Luna debacle? It exposed a few flaws plaguing the crypto industry. If you want more Terra Luna news, I have a very simple solution for you. You should definitely hit that like button. But the downfall of Terra calls into question the real-world utility as well as the long-term viability of algorithmic stablecoins. If you want Luna to grow, comment Luna in the comments below. It only takes you a few seconds. The past weeks had been a dark period in the history of crypto, with the total market capitalization dropping low as 1.2 trillion for the first time since July 2021. So the market cap right now is 1.2 trillion. Yikes, is all I can say. Of course, the daily volume, 24-hour volume, is still at 83 billion, which is for crypto very, very small if you think about it. But the market cap is, used to be a lot stronger. Back in 2020, we saw a market cap of 250 billion. Right now, it's still a little baby over here, if we could think of it that way. But it's not what it was before. Before in November, it was 2.7 billion. But going back to Terra, just seeing what's happening, what's going on, we're seeing the same as we saw in peaks of 2017. So we're seeing basically the same, almost the same market caps, half a trillion more, which is still a lot. But getting back to it, a week ago, Terra Luna ranked among the top 10 most valuable cryptocurrencies in the market. Nobody thought it could go down, right? And I mean, people with lots and lots, billionaires were expecting it to get hit by this point, and some people lost $50,000, some people lost 50, some people lost everything, some people lost 5 houses worth of crypto. But due to ongoing collapse, Terra's other associate offering, Terra USD, an algorithmic stablecoin pegged to the United States dollar in 1-to-1 ratio, has lost its peg to a dollar and is presently trading at 7. It used to go to low as 8 cents. Imagine you have your life savings in Terra and it goes down to 8 cents. This is crazy. But the Terra ecosystem is explained as highlighted above. The Terra protocol is delivered with the 2 of core tokens, namely USD and Luna. Network participants are afforded the ability to mint USD by burning Luna at the Terra station portal. Simply put, one can envision the Terra economy as being one consistent primarily of 2 pools, one for Terra USD and one for Luna. In order to maintain USD's value, the Luna supply pool either adds or subtracts from its coffers that the clients are required to burn Luna in order to mint USD and vice versa. All these actions are incentivized by the platform's algorithmic market module, making USD's functional framework substantially different from its closest stablecoin rivals Tether and USD. Both are backed by fiat assets. Here, it's backed by Luna, right? So to better illustrate the working of USD, basically Luna's coin, if you don't understand me here, because I might be talking very fast, which I do apologize for. Algorithmically stable coins in general, it would be best to make use of a simple illustration. Say, for example, the value of USD lies at $1.01. The users are incentivized to make of user Terra swap module to trade $1 worth of Luna for 1 USD, allowing them to profit 1%, which might not seem like a lot, but if you have like $10 million, well, it does add up. It does add up, doesn't it? The tables are turned and USD dips to 99 cents. Network users can do the exact opposite. So this means in a hypothetical scenario, they can make always Luna worth $1. Otherwise, they get free profit. As soon as Luna and USD went into free fall earlier this week, the protocol co-founder released a series of tweets. I'm sorry, this happened. And they started saying that the solution would be increasing base ball drawing rights to 100 million. Pool recovery back from 36 to 18. The protocol bidding capacity could be potentially bumped from 300 million to whopping 1.2 trillion. Jack Tao, CEO of Femex, told Cointelegraph that looking back now, the disaster signals surrounding USD and Luna have been there quite for some time. I'm not sure, some people were warning it, but nobody really believed it. I didn't believe it either. He announced that he was going to purchase a total of 10 billion in Bitcoin to serve as USD reserves. However, these purchases resulted in oversupply of USD, which started falling rapidly when sell pressure began to mount on Luna. Tao went to add the Anchor protocol, which was promising an unrealistic 20% API on USD staking, also had a major role to play in development. When sell pressure on USD rose, its $1 peg started to drop uncontrollably. So curves to USD pool started selling USD, and Anchor's borrowing levels declined by over 1 billion. Result of this, the broader ecosystem has now plagued with confidence issues, especially when it comes to stablecoins. And people have been cashing out these stablecoins. Terra officially went offline, which further added fuel to the fire. For very briefly, because they were building up the plan, this actually did make a lot of people very worried. Like the Terra quit. People started questioning, and they started doing these updates. Of course, every hour they didn't do updates, more people started selling because the pressure was being added. It's like carrying a huge rock, and then people start adding more rocks when you're carrying them. Of course, you cannot carry all of them. And I definitely understand both sides. I understand people selling, and I also understand people who weren't selling, basically, who were on the team. So that's something to consider. But where will crypto go from here? Well, it's not looking good. The Luna situation will unfortunately leave a bad taste in everyone's mouth that has caused a lot of altcoins to lose tremendous value. It wasn't just Terra losing this. Otherwise, most people wouldn't be talking about this. But Terra Luna was one of the biggest cryptos, and it made a huge hit. And also, other things are raging around the world, which we probably all know. It's not just Luna, and, people are saying this could potentially be a planned attack. There's some wild theories about this. It could be also just planned timing. It could be anything. That's really what is important. Anything could happen basically around that. So at this point, who knows? But what is really, really important, small little silver lining in all this, the event may result in survival of only the best projects, with most platforms losing investor interest in big way. There will be much more scrutiny from now, and investors will feel comfortable choosing to invest only largest cryptos such as Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana. So yeah, that is something definitely to consider. But be sure to smash that like button if you want more news like this, because really, really important. Where will Tether? Where will Luna go from here? It will basically slowly start working from the ground up. And, it has a lot of trading volume, which is another thing. But market large, especially its traditional finance systems, also continue to be ravaged by a growing amount of adverse financial pressure. It's not just Luna that got hit, but this is a crazy story. Again, Luna is in that bed. But it could get, fixed. It could get rebuilt as the developers are promising a recovery plan. And that's what makes a lot of people buy Terra. And some of them already making a $30,000 profit. Be sure to smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated with more Terra Luna news. Or if you prefer Shiba Inu news, let me know down in the comments below. I'll be talking both because both are connected. Till next time, peace out.